Coming up on an all-new Planet Rayburn, the only thing standing in the way of a winning football team at Sam Rayburn High School is you. And the best news is you have the power to change it. What administrator belted it out recently in an all-new edition of Rayburn's Got Talent? We were impressed. We'll show you, and we think you will be as well. We're on a brand new episode of Planet Rayburn, which starts right now.
What's going on, Texans, and welcome back to Planet Rayburn. My name is Reyes.
And my name is Betty.
Let's get into the show. Everyone agrees. It would be great for Sam Rayburn High School if the football team became consistent and a winning program. School spirit would improve significantly. Football Fridays would have an incredible energy around campus. And have you ever thought about why some schools win and others don't? Why haven't the Texans been winning lately? Media teacher and Sports Radio 610 host Mark Ryan has an answer, challenging you, the student body, to look in the mirror.
Everyone here at Sam Rayburn wants to see a winning football team and a winning football program. The reality is, you are the only people that can make that happen. And your participation, I hereby challenge you to join the football team here at Sam Rayburn, especially if you have interest in the sport of football. You can help be a part of the solution. You can help bring winning football here to Sam Rayburn High School.
So, Coach, my opinion, you tell me if I'm right or wrong. The students are at fault for the losing here at Sam Rayburn. The student body is at fault for the losing, and only the students can turn this around. There is, in my opinion, a chicken and the egg thing, where once things start to go downward, and that happened long before you came here, okay? Kids want to say, well, do I want to put in that much effort to lose, right? That really burns my brownies.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, like you just said, I mean, you always want to be a part of the solution and never the problem. And that's what a lot of kids around here, you know, historically hadn't done too well here, you know, from a football standpoint. And there's so many people that want to criticize. Well, kind of like you said, if it's to that point where you're criticizing, then how about you come out here and try to help us out and make us a better team?
Right. That's exactly the point. So how do we get to that point where there's more participation? In terms of the participation, is it worse? Is it better? Like, what do you notice?
I think it's like building a pyramid.
Yeah. And
you got to start from the ground. So you got to build a foundation. And I think really right now we're really in that foundation stage, and kind of like we talked about earlier, it's a process that you got to go through in anything in life. And you know, that process of, you know, even just to get where you are right now,
right,
you got some bumps in the road.
Absolutely.
So but you didn't jump off the boat
right
the first time you hit a bump. You try to come into a place, you try to change the culture. Is, you know, so many people say, well, yeah, get in there and change the culture. Well, that's easier said than done. First of all, you got to figure out what's wrong with the culture, and then you have to identify what your culture is. Okay. So that way you can get it to your kids and get it relayed to them.
What's the problem? What are the problems with the culture here?
Well, you know, I mean, it's like I said, it historically hadn't won a whole lot at Rayburn, you know, hadn't had a whole lot of success. So anytime you have a program that's not extremely successful, then you're going to have problems with numbers.
I want to share something with you, Coach. And one of my seniors, Luis Alvera, put this together for me. And I want every current player to hear this, and I want every player that's thinking about joining the team to do this, because we need you. We need you on the team here. Memorial High School Minutemen had a 21-game losing streak. Last year went 0-10. This year 7-4. Jay High School Mustangs had a 17-game losing streak. Last year went 0-10. This year went 7-4. Okay, it is possible to turn this around, and it might be baby steps, or you might have a leap one year, but it is very possible to turn this around. It's the same with you, Reyes. Let's start things off with you here.
Yeah. So earlier you were talking about how the students here that, like, you do have people that end up joining, but like they usually quit within the first week. So I was just wondering,
How do you what do you think is gonna take to get them mentally tough to realize it's not just gonna be an overnight change, that you have to actually work?
Like I said, it's the process of just, it can't be, and it's something I have to tell myself too. I'm not saying just, because like I said, you hear about changing the culture of a place and you kind of go through it, but until you go in the fire and actually in that fire, then you really start to understand it. It's just something that's gonna have to take time, and you just gotta start with your young kids, and then you just not really brainwash them, but just pound in their minds what you're trying to get done, what you're trying to accomplish, and then, those kids start to get younger, and then as those kids grow and they become more successful, well, then that bleeds off into the other generation, not really generation, but other group of kids that's coming through, and before you know it, you're 4 or 5, your program's in place, and you kind of starting to get some things turned around and start winning them.
One of the qualities that would help a team, right, for the foundational build would be respecting each other, right? Do you think, because there has been internet fights I've seen in the last couple of years between the fine arts such as band, the Texans, and then other groups like the RTC and cheer, talking with the football kids on these internet websites, and sometimes if they would just respect each other, do you think that would help them respect their teammates themselves and actually try to build the program instead of try to take down others?
Yeah, I think the school culture has to, everybody got to be together, because we're Sam Rayburn, Texas. At the end of the day, we wear the same colors, we pull for the same team. I think if we, it definitely helps that, once you get a community behind you and you support each program, and every program supports the other program, and respect the programs, that definitely helps out as far as just the climate of your school. Yeah. And I mean, Twitter beef. About that stuff.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
When I talk, and I'm being straight with you here, when I talk to kids about the football team, we got to cover the football team, what I hear is, oh, they suck. Oh, they suck. Who wants to talk about that?
And I mean, that part got to stop.
Right, exactly.
Because I mean,
exactly.
that's like a...
And people crack jokes about it, and I've heard that in my class.
Yeah, because I mean, if half, first of all, probably the majority of the kids say that probably couldn't even last a week in football, which we see happen. And I guess I take it a little personal when, the student body say that, because they don't really see the amount of dedication that these kids put in, the amount of work that they put in, because at the end of the day, when their class is over, what do? They get to go back to their dorm, they get to kick their feet up, they get to relax. Well, when we were finished with class, we had to go lift weights, then we had to practice. Then once we got to practice, if you had to study, you had to go study hard. And by the time you get back to your dorm room, it's 7, 8 o'clock at night. So it's the same thing here. I mean, when the bell rings, and I mean, year round, kids that ain't participating, they get to go home. All our kids, we got practice after school. And then even in off season, once we get finished, they still got to come after school and lift weights. So it's a grind for our kids, and our kids put a lot of work into what we do. And that's a slap in the kid's faces, for the student body to say they suck.
Right. Well, and the student body not joining the team, especially those athletes that would help the team, and I see a lot of them here, and they're not joining the team. In my opinion, they're part of the problem. The flip side of that, Coach, is that no student wants to be a punchline, and so. Unfortunately, what I've gathered is there's jokes made at the expense of the team, so the players on the team feel like a punchline.
Why can't Sam Rayburn High School have a winning football program? The reality is we can. Why not us? Why not now?
We need your participation. Make it happen.
Attention all future Carlos Correas and Jose Altuves at Sam Rayburn High School. Tryouts for the Texans baseball team will be Friday, January 26th at 3 p.m. at the baseball field. You need to sign up on the sheet outside the coach's office and must have a physical on file with the trainers to try out. If you have any questions, see Coach Grotchett in room 2410.
It's time to order your graduation invitations, caps and gowns. The Balfour Company has been on campus this week to take your orders and measurements. A $100 deposit is needed to place your order. If you've already done this, great. If not, ask the front office how you can get in touch with the Balfour Company so you can be set and ready for your big day.
As a high school student, you're eligible for inexpensive vaccines, and the meningitis vaccine can be a lifesaver, literally. Meningitis can quickly lead to death within 24 hours. It's caused by bacteria that is spread through common adolescent behavior, like sharing cups or utensils or communal living. And this vaccine is required to attend college. At our mobile vaccine clinic here at Sam Rayburn High School, your cost is only $20. If you wait until after graduation, the cost jumps up to $200. Colleges require a second dose of the vaccine before you can begin classes or training. What you'll need is a permission slip, $20 in cash, and you can submit your slip to the clinic. You may ask questions in the clinic. When can you get this done? Friday, February 9th at 9:30 a.m. in the main clinic. That's Friday, February 9th at 9:30 a.m. Bring your permission slip, $20, and submit the slip to the clinic and get your meningitis vaccine taken care of.
The rate of diabetes has been increasing at an alarming rate in the U.S., including the high school age group. Preventing diabetes begins with a healthy diet. HOSA visited Rayburn Studios, room 1424, to tell you more.
Hello, my name is Reza.
I'm Alexis,
and we are members of the Sam Rayburn HOSA.
We'll be showing you a short informative video of prediabetes,
a condition that can happen to any of us or our families.
Prediabetes, or elevated blood sugar, puts you at a high risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The nervous system, heart, liver, kidney, eyes, skeletal muscle, digestive tract, and pancreas are all negatively affected by this disease. Certain races, family history, and obesity are at a higher risk for prediabetes. Maintaining a healthy and active lifestyle will prevent this condition from developing. Eat healthy to bring fitness and remove illness.
More than 29 million Americans have diabetes. Another 86 million adults, more than 1 in 3 U.S. adults, have prediabetes, where their blood sugar levels are higher than normal but not high enough to be classified as type 2 diabetes. Without weight loss and moderate physical activity, 15% to 30% of people with prediabetes will develop type 2 diabetes within 5 years, per the CDC.
The City of Pasadena Parks and Recreation Department is now hiring summer camp counselors and summer recreation attendants. Join us at one of our casual group interviews Friday the 27th or March 1st from 5:30 to 7 p.m. or call us for more information at 713-477-6491 or 713-589-1897.
America's Got Talent is one of the hottest national shows in the country, but we feel there's a ton of untapped talent and potential here on Sam Rayburn's campus. Music takes center stage in our newest installment of Rayburn's Got Talent.
If you know of someone with a unique talent or a fun quirk that just needs to be seen, stop by room 1424 and ask for Mr. Ryan. Ms. Boggs colored us impressed. We're excited we finally got you doing your thing on camera.
Students, if you want to take the Spanish credit by exam on Saturday, February 24th, you can take advantage of this opportunity and pick up a registration form during lunches in the Counseling Center or with any World Language Department teacher and return it to the Counseling Center. Thank you from our Counseling Center and World Language Department. That's all we have today for Play at Rayburn. I'm Betty.
And I'm Reyes.
And remember, stay
true to the blue.